This is very much an aside to the last video about my enlarger. This is a contact printer, and I might give this a go as well before while I'm doing the other photographic things. Contact printers were designed in a day when you had cameras like this box camera. So I might end up using this box camera or maybe another one like it. But basically these cameras were so huge like this. And I mean, as far as where this thing still works. There we are. Yeah, so it's still working. But the reason these cameras are so big is because the negatives they used were really big. So the negative roll would go in there, and it was the full width of the machine, as you can see. And this entire area here was the area of the negative, okay? And then the negative will get wound onto the spool as you took your pictures. The negatives are so big that I think you only got about 8 pictures on these, for example. But the point is, once you've got your negatives developed, what you would then do is you would put your negative, this is obviously red because it's a safe light. You put your negative on here, you then put your photographic paper on top of the negative, and then you close the door like so, and then you push this button. And what this button does is it changes it from safe to not safe. And so when that button's pushed down, your photographic paper is, through the negative, getting exposed to light which is burning the image into the paper. And then once your exposure is correct, you go back to safe like that. That's the point when you'd open this door like this, you'd retrieve your piece of paper, and then you would develop it, you'd stop it and you'd fix it and wash it, and then you'd get a picture. But the point is that the photograph that would come out would be the same size as that. So that is the size of the photograph that you would get. So it's a very, very simple system. That explains why the negatives in the cameras were so big, because the negatives need to be that size in order to get a photograph that was that size. Now, of course, with the negative you could, of course, enlarge it if you wanted to, but this was the basic process that allowed you to get a photograph onto the paper. Now, you could, of course, just lie the negative on top of the paper, piece of glass over the top, and literally expose it to sunlight. This is just a more scientific and repeatable way of doing it, because of course you don't know how bright the sun's going to be or whatever throughout the day. Now at the moment I've got this wired up temporarily. I think I might convert it before I use it, because it's got very old cable on it. It's 240 volts and it's not earthed. So what I might do is change it for a low voltage bulb, something a bit safer. But other than that, it's working, and it could work tomorrow if it needed be. But that's a little project a little down the way.